The church doesn't need more blind followers. It needs more Bereans. That might sound strong, but Acts 17 makes a powerful case for it. Paul begins in Thessalonica doing what he always did. He opened the scriptures. For 3 Sabbaths, he reasoned with them. Not entertainment, not emotional manipulation, not catchy slogans. Scripture. And notice what happened. Some believed and some didn't. Some became jealous. That pattern just keeps repeating throughout Acts. The opposition wasn't usually because Paul lacked evidence. The opposition often came because people were losing influence. That's still true today. Sometimes people reject truth because it challenges something they've built their identity around. Then Paul arrives in Berea. And Luke says something remarkable. The Bereans were more noble because they received the message eagerly, and they searched the scriptures daily to see if what Paul was saying was true. I love that. They weren't cynical, but they also weren't gullible. They listened, but then they checked. That is actually one of the healthiest models for believers today. We live in a time when so much information is everywhere. Podcasts, YouTube, TikTok, books, teachers. Some are excellent and some are not. The thing that stands out to me is that God never asked us to blindly follow human voices. He gave us His word. Truth is never afraid of examination. Then Paul goes to Athens. Athens was highly educated, philosophical, curious, full of competing ideas. Honestly, Athens sounds like modern culture. Everybody had an opinion. Everybody wanted to discuss the newest trend. Everybody was searching for something, but few were finding truth. As Paul walks through the city, he sees an altar dedicated to the unknown God. Think about that. They knew something was missing. They just didn't know who they were looking for. I think that's where a lot of people are today. They're searching for purpose, for peace, for identity, for fulfillment. They know something is missing. They just don't know His name yet. Paul doesn't start by attacking them. He starts where they are. Then he points them to Jesus. That's important. He didn't change the message. He changed the starting point. The gospel doesn't need to change, but sometimes how and where we begin the conversation does. Paul gets to the resurrection, and that's where everything changes. Some mock, some walk away, and some want to hear more. Some believe because the resurrection demands a response. You can admire Jesus as a teacher. You can respect Him as a historical figure. But the resurrection forces you to answer a different question. Who is He? Acts 17 reminds us that mature faith is not afraid to ask questions, is not afraid to test teaching, and it's not afraid to search the scriptures, because truth is never afraid of examination, and the God people are searching for still has a name, Jesus, Yeshua.